Hello YouTube. Thought I'd do something a little different on a quick video. I'm going to give you an update before my next couple of projects to kind of show you what I purchased, where I purchased them, and what I'm about to do with them. So first off, let's dig into something you all saw um, on my last video when I was putting in the subwoofers into the box, into the back storage box. So I bought a couple of extra of these. As you can see, it's 15 bucks for two of them, and these are going to include the both ends of these. So what I'm going to use these for is twofold. These are going to be charging ports, trickle charging ports for my rides that I'm going to put in easy to get to places. And what I'm going to do, if you notice here, I'm going to circle around this. These are typical just SAE connectors. And so you can buy these at any of the local auto parts places, but they tend to be a lot cheaper here. So what I'll be doing is cutting this close to this end. And if these are fairly long cords, if they're long enough to reach to the battery, great. I will use them direct. I'm going to put in, to be safe, and I'm going to backtrack here a little bit. I'm going to be putting in an inline fuse that I sell on eBay, because one of the mistakes I made that others may make in the past as well is I put an extension and a cigarette lighter plug in the rear of my X3, actually connected it to my storage box and ran a wire to it. One of the things that I didn't realize is the amount of amperage taken by my electric jack. And I found that those wires actually heated up and could have caused a fire, and they actually melted one of my cigarette plugs that plugged into the back of the box, because I think that the parts wouldn't hold enough amperage. So I'm going to 10 AWG. I'm going to put an inline fuse because I'm going to use this twofold. I'm going to use these connectors, and I'm going to use the ones off of this, and I'm going to put them on my electric jack. And I'm now going to be able to use this as a charging port, but also an accessory port. So all my accessories that would need to be plugged in, I'm going to put SAE adapters on them. And now I can, either one of my rides, just go up and plug something into them and charge it or do whatever. And again, use it as a trickle charger for my batteries. So that will look good. These have a protective covering for water, and so got these in already for 16 bucks, well worth it. So that's going to do both my rides for 16 bucks. So that's the next project I'll be doing, and I'll show you all a bit of that when I get them done, because it's really not hard to do. And so I'll be using, let's see if we can just pop in over to, well, we'll wait. I'll show you that in a little while. So the next project that I'm going to be doing on the KRX is a 6 point steering wheel. So I'm going to be able to do a 6-bolt steering wheel, aftermarket steering wheel, on my KRX. So I usually buy, I think for my X3, I bought um, a different one. I forget who the manufacturer was, but everybody seems to be out of these out there. But apparently, we'll see. I think this is already shipped. I just bought it yesterday, the day before. I bought from Rad Recreational Accessory Design. Apparently they had these in stock, and I bought the black one. And let's see if we can't scroll this thing up and show you this a little bit better. So I bought this steering adapter, so I'm going to pull the initial steering wheel, and I'm going to put an aftermarket steering wheel on. Now the reason why I'm doing this is twofold as well. I wanted a different steering wheel. The KRX steering wheel is actually fine, but without a 6-bolt pattern to it, I can't put my my 2-button adapters for my push to talk And my horn, I'm finally going to put one of my horns on that I sell on eBay. I sell, by the way, a very loud horn on eBay. Nobody has had one complaint. I have 100% customer satisfaction on the parts I sell. This is a kit so that you can put when you have a 6-bolt pattern steering wheel. And so some come that way, like my Commander had it. Um, so I added this to my Commander, and then I've taken it off recently since I've taken off all my rugged radio stuff. But I'm going to be able to use the left button for the horn, the right button for that. So this kit includes the relay for the horn. Never wire a horn direct. A horn takes a lot of amperage. And even though you don't use it very often, you could burn up the wiring because it doesn't need much, very thick wiring at all. I think this is probably 22 or 24 gauge. It just is a way of um, using this internal switch on this to handle a much larger amperage roll. So again, I sell these kits. This is a waterproof one. I'm not here to sell you something. I've been selling these for 2 or 3 years now. But I will say that I just put them on sale, 15% off of all of them I've got out there, and a couple other products at 15% off on there. The other thing I want to show you is um, a lot of y'all have bought my rocker switches, by the way, my off, on, so that you turn the rocker switch on once, you have a small set of lights, you turn it on again and click it on again, you have both sets of lights going. So this is great when you just want your front light on and then you want to turn them both on, and this saves dash space for you in there. So those have been a really good seller for me. I've sold a couple of hundred of those. Here's my horn that I sell online. Nothing fancy. These horns are never fancy. The fancy looking ones are not really good. Trust me, I bet you I have 5 different ones when I was trying out horns. And then when I finally sourced this from China, I must have had 10 horns come from China until I found the one that actually was loud. Never test these by touching wires to them. You're going to think they're broke. You got to have a direct connection. The vibration alone will make it sound like it's broken. So this is a very loud horn, and everybody's liked it so far. And as you can see, I'm very cheap on those. Um, this is your turn signal relay in my there as well. So I'm going to put, the reason why I'm showing you this is I'm going to put my inline fuse in there to be safe, and probably put a 30 amp fuse in that for the kits. Um, yeah, that's it. And by the way, for you X3 owners, I do still have 2 sets left of my rear lights that have a turn signal light in them. So, and I've got those on sale 15% off. So back to what I'm doing. Sorry, shameless plug. Um, I'm buying this, and I'm buying this steering wheel. So this is a great deal on an Assault steering wheel. And I actually have had good luck recently on 4-wheel parts. So this was free. I'm having it shipped to my local store. I've bought 3 or 4 items from them, even tires for my X3. And they had the best deal on them with some coupons and all kinds of stuff, and they shipped them to the store. It came in quick. This steering wheel, I think I ordered yesterday, and it's either going to be there Monday or Tuesday. And so this is a nice Assault steering wheel that should work out really good, very close to the same size. It's a 6-bolt pattern, so that'll go right on there. And then my 2-button horn kit just goes right above it and bolts into those 3 top bolts and 3 bottom bolts. So it'll go behind this plate or behind the steering wheel itself. I'm not sure yet. I've never had this type of an Assault steering wheel, but it may just go right behind this faceplate here on here, and not behind the steering wheel. Either way, it's going to work out great. And now I'll have my push to talk nice and clean, and my horn button right there where I can push it with my thumb right up in here. So you know, and a horn is great to have when you're trying to signal somebody on the trails. So That's finally going in. I don't know why I haven't done that before now. Here I sell them. So those are the two next projects that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to have to change out my amp in my new uh, Kawasaki because the amp I purchased is defective. They have no more of them. I had purchased another amp from them that I was sitting on anyway. It was just bigger, and I was worried about using it because it was big, but it is fully waterproof. And when I do that change out, which may be this weekend, my storage unit has a big yard sale tomorrow, so I'm going to go over there tomorrow and actually work on my rides if I have time as I try to sell off some of my parts that are in storage. Anyway, for those of you local, head over to Free Eagle Storage up in the Woodlands area. Look it up. And there is a lot of people in the storage built units that it's a really nice storage facility. I love it. That are having a sale today and tomorrow. This is Friday and Saturday, 6th and 7th. I'm not going to be there today. I've got to work. So that's the scoop, folks. That's what's coming up, and I just wanted to show you where I'm getting the parts ahead of time in case you all want to buy some before they go out. And I'll be showing you how easy it is to install a steering wheel, to install a two-button kit in your rides. If you don't have rugged radios in your system, actually the two buttons can be used, and I've had one of my customers actually tell me he hooked those buttons up to left and right turn signal. So it was easy for him to push the right button for a couple seconds to let people know behind him he was turning right. So he's not having to turn on and off a switch or have a turn signal stalk. Great idea too, right? So yeah, check those out and see if those come in handy for you. And again, hey, listen, have a great weekend. Hope you get to ride. If you like my content, please like, please subscribe, let other people know about it. I love helping people, and that's what this is all about. Have a great weekend, and I'll have a video out again soon.